boy Mike Diesel. I am still crippled, and I want to give you guys an update for this video before we start it because there's a lot of stuff going on. So I started the Patreon giveaway bike build about, I don't know how many months ago. Back in November we got this bike, and it took so long just for the fact that we had to get the steel frame for the bike. Finally, we got the steel frame, so I'm gonna drop a video of the parts for the bike that are all raw before we got it powder coated, and jump right into the video of the powder coat all finished, and we're gonna start assembling the bike. So I just want to get you guys caught up on this build. It's been a big whirlwind of things going on with all the parts that we were waiting on to get ordered, but the build is finally commenced, and if you guys want to join it, just go to my link right here. It's patreon.com/Dankwheelie. You guys can join the chance to win this bike build. So we're gonna get right into it. Stay tuned. What is going on, Dankwheelie? We're back. We got some much needed help for this build. My man Mr. Bueller out here, the Cowie God himself. We have all the blue parts here. This thing looks super nice in person. Can't really see a lot of the detail until you put it out in the sun, and then all that flake starts to show, but stuff looks amazing, people. So right now what we're doing is getting all the bearings inside of the bike, as far as the frame and the wheels, and the worst being the swing arm. We have to get all that stuff installed. John just got all this stuff out. We're gonna toss them all in the freezer, put all the races in the freezer, and they're gonna shrink up and then allow us to pop them in the wheels and everything else a lot easier. So basically we got the frame and all the powder coated parts, the gas tank, the engine, and then that big bin with the yellow lid is full of all the additional parts like wiring and everything else. And then this box is all the beautiful CNC parts like the RSC stuff and the NDC and everything else. Gosh. Look at this, people. The bearings match the wheels. Let you go. They're teaching you how to. Alright, let this thing commence. Live streaming for the Patreon fam right now.
Now it's time to do the top one.
Yeah, look at this thing.
Boom.
Ooh. So the top race and the bottom race for the neck of the frame is all finished. We got the wheel bearings done. So I think John's all warmed up for the Mama Jama.
Yeah,
the big dog.
Swing arm bearing?
Yeah, the swing arm bearing is gonna be a bitch. All right, guys, we got serious problems. Very bad problems. The swing arm has these bearing races. They're like needle bearings in it. And basically, we broke the needle bearings trying to get them in the swing arm. So you can't hammer them in, you got to press them in. And we tried to hammer them in. And would you believe that we got the race stuck back in the swing arm just like it was originally. I'm telling you, people, this is so hard to get out. So I'm gonna have to Dremel this back out. So basically we're gonna postpone the swing arm because we're missing the piece that we just had to order again because it broke. And now we're gonna work on the frame and everything else. Just be like that sometimes.
You gotta lube the goody hole. Then you gotta use the reamer. You gotta lube this bit right on. You're gonna have to lube that one up too. So this right here is your reamer.
The reamer's gotta get lubed and the goody hole.
You're gonna stick the reamer up in the goody hole after it's been lubed.
Yeah, you got gloves, boy. You're playing with it.
I'm just gonna verify.
Just got the lower triple installed. We're gonna save the top triple for later on. I'm gonna peel the engine Get all that stuff off. See how she's looking after a couple months. Oh yeah. That engine color is gonna look good with the blue. Popping tags with the new rotor. Ooh. Alrighty guys, long day in the shop. We got all the parts scattered. The motor is front and center now, and the frame is intact. We had to put all these spacers everywhere. So we got the swing arm spacers, motor mount spacers all installed. The trick for the steel frame is you want to go ahead and make sure it's not fully tight, just kind of like loose a little bit. That way you can go ahead and install it on the engine a lot easier. So that's what we're about to do now. I'm gonna set the tripod up. We'll get this engine in the frame. You pull the top up a little bit so I can... I'll pull the top back a little bit, yeah. There we go. I got her finger tightening, baby. Finger game strong. Dude, that perp is gonna pop this bike off, man.
Polished aluminum and blue would look good.
Yeah, but then you throw purple in, like, what?
Why is it purple?
Because it's dank as fuck. Swing arms in the corner, we jacked that up today, messed up, broke the only parts that we had to get it all back together. So rather than take all of our time waiting on that, we're going to work on getting the subframe all wired up with the wiring and all that good stuff. And then by the time the parts come in to replace the swing arm hardware, that'll be Monday next week or so. So a lot of this stuff will be done, and hopefully we'll just pop the swing arm in, do a couple more things, and she'll be good to go. Alrighty, Dank fam, update. We are done assembling the frame to the motor to the frame. Now we have to install the subframe, the battery tray, and a couple odds and ends. I'm gonna go ahead and put the rear sets on since we can access it. What up, John's girlfriend? I'm not gonna put her Instagram, you guys be adding her, you creeps. I'm gonna try to hoist this up so I can do the forks. We have to wrap the forks and maybe do the wiring harness. Since everything's right here, we can kind of get that done. But the main thing is getting the subframe in here and the battery tray and all that good stuff. So far, I'd say the vision's coming together, but it wasn't my vision. It was the Patreon team's vision. I didn't pick these colors, but even though they're abstract for a combo, it's looking sick, people. We wanted unique, and I think it's coming along that way. Stay tuned. Look at her, people. So my camera died as we were doing a time lapse, and I was knee deep in it with John trying to get all this stuff knocked out. And we did. We got the subframe on. The battery tray is installed. Step plate, which is beautiful, nice and shiny, bling blinging. The front seat's on there. The back seat, I still have to get the back seat latch ordered. Honestly, I have to get a lot of stuff ordered. There's a lot of stuff I'm missing now that I'm actually starting to get it assembled. Because tearing it apart's one thing. Everything's coming unbolted. It seems pretty easy peasy, but once you start to put together a completely total bike from the start, you start to realize you're missing a lot of stuff. So that'll be tomorrow's game plan, which is getting this gas tank actually wrapped and putting the grip on it to make it look like the color I want, and then doing the same with the forks, and also ordering all the miscellaneous parts. But very long, successful day of work. This bike's actually looking like something. Dude, that step plate's shining. That purple sub cage. The blue is perfect with it, man, because they're both dark. They got their own type of accent though. Like the blue's like super vibrant, but the purple's like satin. That's gonna wrap up tonight's build. If you guys are enjoying the build series, feel free to join the Patreon. You get a chance to win this bike. It's, like I said, it's gonna be a 2018 Ninja ZX6R with like, I don't know, I think we said it was 5,000 miles, but if you guys remember, you can go back to the beginning of this build where you see what it started out as, and it's coming along just fine. So yeah, it's gonna wrap it up. Other than that, if you guys enjoy the video, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Like always, keep it dank. Later.